Here we are, only 7 shows in, and the subject of tonight's rewrite is me. In the introduction of my interview with Republican National Committee Chairman Michael Steele last night, I said this. As the first congressional election during his party chairmanship approaches, Michael Steele is dancing as fast as he can, trying to charm independent voters and Tea Partiers while never losing sight of his real master and paycheck provider, the Republican National Committee. But how can he attract independents with a senator who says unmarried women should not be allowed to teach in public schools and candidates who want to abolish the minimum wage and masturbation? We actually pre-recorded the interview with Michael Steele a few hours before the show, so he did not have a chance to hear those words in that introduction, which was delivered live at 10 p.m. He called me today and left this voicemail.
Hey, Lawrence, this is Chairman Michael Steele calling. I wanted to touch bases with you and follow up on the interview yesterday. First, my disappointment that you would refer to me in effect as a slave to the RNC by referring to the RNC and the leadership of this party as my masters. Not really appreciated. I've had to put up with that crap my entire political life. Really disappointed in your reference there, and would appreciate a correction to the record, because you can imagine if the RNC referred to Barack Obama as a slave to the Democratic Party, or more appropriately, as you put it, the Democratic Party as masters to Barack Obama, you would be hitting the roof on the air. So I think we need to check that.
I called him back immediately and apologized for using a word that he found offensive. Those of us who are not descended from slaves can never know the full impact of the word master in the ears of an African-American man. Michael Steele told me, quote, sort of stung. He could not have been more gracious and forgiving. He also told me, quote, the interview was a lot of fun. I loved our give and take. I will be back on the show. I invited him on the show tonight so that I could apologize to him directly in front of everyone who had seen the interview. He said that wasn't necessary, and that the apology on the phone was more than anyone else had done who had slighted him in the past. He shared with me a bitter memory about a congressman who 4 years ago, in the heat of a campaign, publicly accused Steele of slavishly supporting the Republican Party. Michael Steele is still waiting for a personal apology on that one. As to the rewrite, what I should have said is, as the first congressional election during his party chairmanship approaches, Michael Steele is dancing as fast as he can, trying to charm independent voters and Tea Partiers, while never forgetting his job title, Chairman of the Republican National Committee. That I chose a word that could be misinterpreted as a racial reference on the same night that I took to this pulpit to so righteously condemn the viciously racist emails sent by New York billionaire and Republican candidate for governor Carl Palladino is ironic. So too, that Michael Steele has yet to pass judgment on those same emails. I completely understand and sympathize with the many ways in which a party chairman's public speech is constantly constrained. I think we all know what Michael Steele would like to say about his New York candidate's emails, and I think we all understand why he hopes he's never asked about them. My public speech is not similarly constrained by political considerations. I am honored that Michael Steele believes me to be the kind of person he can call to explain his hurt and politely request and expect an apology. After apologizing to him on the phone, I told him I would apologize on this program, something he did not request. I also told him that I, too, thought the interview was a lot of fun, that I enjoyed our give and take, and that I would love to do it again whenever his schedule allows. Mr. Chairman, I sincerely apologize.